To start our dorsal blocking splint, we're going to be placing the patient with their forearm 2/3 of the material and just tracing the outline of their hand without the thumb all the way around, including the fingers. To reduce discomfort and irritation, place a piece of foam over the ulnar styloid. I like to set the patient up on the ramp or over the edge of the table. That way the wrist is going into about 20 degrees of flexion, and you can place the digits into about 60 degrees of flexion, and you can get them into almost an intrinsic-plus position. You want to make sure that the IPs are completely at 0, and the MPs are typically at about 60 to 70 degrees of flexion. This is the standard dorsal blocking orthosis for zone 2 flexor tendon laceration. Make sure that you're contacting the surgeon that you're working with to make sure that you're fabricating in the correct fashion for whatever surgery that was performed. Instead of doing a strap across the distal palmar crease, you can actually create a thinner bar and use that for a bit more security. I also find that there is less shearing force over the sutures or the scar, and it's a bit more comfortable for the patient to be wearing. Straps are going to be placed at the dorsal aspect of that thenar bar, at the wrist, and around the fingers at the PIP joint and the DIP joint. You want to make sure that the patient has good education when it comes to donning and doffing this orthosis, and you want to make sure that the fingers are very snug so there's no lagging in those flexor tendons.